different from other forms of translation. And what makes us different, not less, not more, but different than other forms of translation, is our texts. There we go. The audiovisual text is different from other forms of text, as you know, because traditionally text just means written communication. So someone writes something down and someone else reads it, right? That's the text in the traditional manner. But then there is this notion of the multimodal text, a text that works on many modes. And Alexei talks about this at length, so I won't spend too much time on it, but I prefer not the notion of the multimodal text, but of the polysemiotic text, which means that it's not that only that I like Greek better than Latin, but this idea of the polysemiotic text, you know, poly means many, semiotic means sign system, so there are many sign systems that interact. I know Alexei said 15, I only have the 4 listed here. Patrick Sabal-Biasco has something like 30, so it all depends on how you divide the cake. I like to stick within the 4 because that makes it more generalizable. You have the verbal audio, which of course is the dialogue, which is what you tend to translate when you lip sync or when you do voiceover or when you subtitle. The non-verbal audio, which would be all the music and the sound effects and all the, everything else that you can hear, which is not made out of words. Then you have the verbal video, which are all the text that you can read on screen before the subtitles get there. And the non-verbal video is then basically everything else. It's the trees and the houses and the explosions and the action and the clothes and the settings and everything. Please let me know if I'm going too fast. Right. I work in subtitling, and how many here are involved in subtitling on any level? Some of you. Oh, quite a few. Good. Because I'm from Sweden, which is a subtitling country and always has been. And so are many of the smaller European nations, because dubbing or lip sync is very expensive, and voiceover tends to be a thing that you find mainly around here. So just a few things about subtitling then. Well, what makes subtitling special and what people tend to go on and on about is the time and space constraints. You can't put too many words in there at the same time because that blocks everything that you're supposed to see. But Alexei tells us that nowadays you have 5 or 6 lines in Russia, which I think is totally weird. In Sweden we're only allowed 2, maximum of 2. Occasionally I've seen 3, but that's just to put text on screen. And of course, you also have the time constraints, which means that if people are talking quickly, like I am now, you have to cut quite a lot of the dialogue to get in there. A standard measure is about a third. A third of what is spoken in the original dialogue is cut in the subtitles. But if people are speaking really quickly, you have to cut more. And then there is the move from speech to writing in subtitling, which is very, very important because people talk differently than they write. There are different norms working on spoken language and on written language. When you're speaking, you make a lot of mistakes, which you don't think about when you hear it, but which would look really weird in writing that you need to take out. And also subtitling is additive, sort of like voiceover, because you add more information, but when it comes to subtitling, you add a whole different semiotic channel. Unlike lip sync, where you just remove one channel and replace it with another. Also, subtitles are semi-transient. And by that I mean that now you see them and now you don't. They go away after 1 second or 7 seconds or 4 seconds or what have you. If you're really quick, sometimes you can reread them, but normally you can't. So you see them and then they're gone. Subtitles are also semi-synchronous, which means that they are supposed to match the utterances. They are supposed to come on when people start talking, and they're supposed to go away when people stop talking. Sometimes they linger for something like a second, but they're semi-synchronous. Not as synchronous as dubbing, but still synchronous. Now, let me go on to this notion of polysemiotics then, which is an idea that I developed from the concept of the polysemiotic text. And polysemiotics is basically the form in which the semiotic channel of the polysemiotic text interact and work with each other. And normally, if you have a film or a TV program, the semiotic channels tend to work together. They complete each other, sometimes there's overlap, sometimes there's redundancy, but they tend to work towards the same goal. all the semiotic channels work together to tell the same story.